For over a year now, homeowners in Pierce County have been calling out for help. And they've even turned to the state's AG's office asking for help, saying that their landlord is taking advantage of them by raising rates a whopping 50%. Now, others say their increases have been closer to 100%.
Fox 13's Lauren Donovan has not forgotten their stories. She's joining us in studio now with an update.
So when we first told you about the problem back in November of 2023, some folks here at the Cottonwood Mobile Home Park reported their rents doubled all of a sudden. We're talking about jumping from just shy of $600, as you see here, to a whopping $1,000. And that astronomical rise is just one of their grievances with property owner Hurst & Son LLC. So they turned to the Attorney General's office for help, but did the AG answer the call?
We're going to do a 100% increase. That dog's not going to fly. I won't be here. I will leave.
But even best laid plans haven't panned out. Since we last spoke with Alan here, he hasn't moved away from Cottonwood Mobile Estates. 1 year later, his cancers come back, forcing him to leave work and rely on Social Security. Telling me the price of his lot doubled in a single month. Yeah, a lot's happened in a year. But his concerns about property owner Hurst & Son still haven't changed.
Just doesn't seem right to me. Because it's a big corporation that bought the place.
If they didn't have enough money, then why are they buying more and more mobile home parks?
The Port Orchard-based company's website shows they own communities from North Dakota to Washington, dozens on either side of the Cascades. The Attorney General's office reports Hurst & Son has roughly 2,700 tenants across Washington. And following an AG investigation into company practices, those tenants could be eligible for a share of a $5.5 million refund. The folks I've talked with in Puyallup say that's great news, but they've yet to see a dime of it. Among them, Natalie Lender, who printed out leases to show me the shocking rules and subsequent fees placed on the Puyallup property.
We're not supposed to walk around after night. Kids are not supposed to be playing in the streets.
That said, she is appreciative of pressure the AG put on her landlord, telling me the office forced Hurst & Son to create new leases, reducing late fees from $65 to $20, amongst other slashes. As for the astronomical rent increases, a spokesperson for the AG's office says there's not much they can do about that. Quote, "There is not a limitation in how much landlords are able to increase rent under the Mobile Home Landlord Tenant Act. We are not in a position to intervene on that issue."
I have a feeling that if this doesn't get resolved, they're going to have to pay their rent before they feed their kids.
The AG's office says there is a chance the investigation's not fully wrapped and the folks over at the Puyallup property could receive some of the funds. We've reached out to Hurst & Son for comment but have not heard back yet. And as for those rent increases, there's nothing in state law barring companies from raising rent like that, though we do know there's talk right now of changing that in Olympia. A House bill discussed in committee today would place an annual cap of 7% on rent hikes. In the studio, Lauren Donovan, Fox 13 News.